approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run with Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have... Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. They run with Hines. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Albert Okuebuna there to make the grab. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 20.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 4.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
42 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him. season.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's complete, Okuebuna. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Play action now. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Malik Harrison came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Justin Matabike providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Still 9 remaining on second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dwayne Smoot. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
At the 32-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now it's Hines. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Cousins. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Second and 12.
You ready? 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right over there.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Now Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
A 57-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Working with a 2nd and 4. On the handoff, Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. This is Hines. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Colts 17, Ravens 0. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now it's Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw again is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .35 yards that time on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down. At the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Six yards left on second down. Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Even. 4 down. Even. Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Yeah.
Now Jackson on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
53. Check 53.
Here's Jackson to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Second and 8.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Fight.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Jackson now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
58, right over there, yeah.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They run once more with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down, Colts.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Throwing is Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 63 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the Colts first down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Taylor. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll run on first down. Hines. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Taylor. Fighting his way through contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The give to Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Odafe Owe able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Throwing again. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike, 53, Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They wins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to match the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. This time Jackson will throw it. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Cousins here to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. He'll get that complete to Alberto. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And he's got a first down here as he stops the clock, but just 16 ticks remaining. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 21. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Colts, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.